taught two ways to do it. We transitioned from one way into another, right? So we started from Kihon Waza. You stepped across, lift the knee, kick, and then down. We did this for several rounds. And then we converted over to Kanai, slipped through the back leg, and then kicked, right? I would argue neither of those kicks are particularly natural or a admirable setup, right? It always, to me, feels like a kick I want to do with the front foot. Right? You can do it with the back foot, but it is a commitment, right? So if you're going to do it, you probably have to do some kind of setup. Bear in mind, you're going from handling one side to handling the other side. That's a lot of commitment to get that in. You've got to do a lot of work with the hands to be able to set that up. You can do it quickly, brilliant. What I want you to practice is sort of like the Kihon Waza way, but you're not going to do the step across, keeping it Yoko, like we used to. What we're going to do is a little bit more like superfoot kickboxing. Right? So what superfoot do is they rebound off the floor and then kick. Okay? So it's creating a little bit of distraction, but it's also creating a little bit of jump. Okay? You don't have to do the superfoot way of doing it if you don't want to. You don't want to bounce off the floor. But effectively what you do is to create a little bit of momentum. Okay? And so we're going to kind of Michael Jackson it a little bit. Right? Because you're going to knock one foot forward to do the Yoko Geri. Okay? So with your hands high, and there is a reason why we're going to do it from the side. We're assuming that this is the setup. Right? So let's say I've done a washi, and Scott's gone back a little bit, and I've landed side on. I'm going to carry on a kick with the Yoko. Okay? So I'm not starting from side on, and I'm not going from front to side on. We're assuming I've done something which has led me to be side on to my partner. So particularly, someone was teaching me in Superfoot about bringing the body up for a hook, bringing it side on, so that you can do a Yoko Geri. Okay? So this is what we're going to practice. Keep it simple to start with. You can do it from the side. Bring the foot in and kick. So remember, we're kicking into our partner, into the shield. Okay? If you're happy with that, you can be a little bit more dynamic with it. You can start putting the balance into it. So the way I like to teach it is imagine you're stood inside of a giant donut or a giant rubber ring. You have to pick your foot up to kick over the outside of it. You can't kick from here, from the floor. You have to pick the knee up and then extend. Certainly the karate way anyway. Okay? If you're happy with that, you can start putting in setups. This kick. So you can do, jab, cross, hook, and then set it up. Okay? But if you're practicing it from the side, I want you to be aware that you're not going to fight from the side. We're not certainly in karate anyway. So karate, we like to start facing. If it's super foot, we'd be starting from here, right? So if we're doing this karate way, we're setting up the side on kick. Okay? What's happening with that? Super. Make sure you practice both legs and make sure both people have the go. Okay? On another point, what do you do with the kick after you kick? Put your foot down. Say again? Put your foot down. Put your foot down. Why? It's hard to balance. I don't know what my partner's capable of. I don't know if they're going to grab my leg. I don't know if they're going to try and sweep me or if they're going to try and disrupt my balance. Okay? We are better rooted with 2 feet on the floor. So when you kick, bang, put it down. Even if you withdraw it, even if you put it back to where you started, whichever you do, put it on the floor. Okay? And what do you do with your hands?
Try keeping the guard.
Why?
Because they might be punching right in the face.
Because we're entering from kicking range into punching range. Okay? So more physically. Drop those. So I'm not worried at this point about being punched unless he invades my space. But if I come into kicking range, whether it works or not, I'm walking straight into it. So when you kick, Make sure you keep your hands high. You might be bypassing the punching range. You might be going straight into grappling range. And we might be kicking, and crashing, and coming into grappling range. So again, I have to keep my hands high. Okay, we don't want to get into this habit or this habit. Okay, coming in. There's the hand ready. Bang. Okay? I want to be there. When we're doing kicks, ideally, I want to be setting up the combo after. Okay? So ideally, I want to be kicking back after. So if we're entering into punching range, I want to be there with the punches first, don't I? Okay? If I'm here, I can punch and I can kick, or I punch, knocking back, and get kicking. Try and follow up with a punch after. Okay? Maybe develop a good habit of that. You've got the kick shield, do the kick, and then throw a couple of punches in after. So you're not walking into no man's land. Okay? Off you go.